Hi, everybody. This is Rhonda Cobb, the Money Coach, and welcome to the show. We're back again, and I hope you enjoy this show. We're going to have some real fun. But before we get started, don't forget if you have a request to send me an email, rcmoneycoach@gmail.com. And if by now you haven't gotten tired of hearing me say it, go visit the website, see what you think, rcmoneycoach.com. Alrighty. Now, you know, as a small business owner, you all know if you're a small business owner, how important it is to keep your materials fresh and topic. But it's also important to hone your message for clarity, to maintain the strength of your brand, and to make the message resonate with your prospects and your clients. And if you have a small business or a side gig, as some people call them, which is the same thing, then you know what I mean. And you know what I mean when I say the last few months have been a roller coaster ride taken in the middle of a hurricane hitting. Am I right? Oh man. And for the life of me, I cannot decide why it has to be this way or what small businesses did or didn't do that we all got hit so hard. So imagine how I reacted to discover that somebody gave me a 5-star review on Google. Yay! Happy dance, right? Really, really happy. But I want to make sure that I offer my fellow small business owners an offer that you can't refuse. From today through the end of May, if you reach out to me directly so that I can bypass the website payment structure thing, I will personally enroll you and your small business in my program with a discount. And why is that? Because A, I know that these times are tough and you need the discount, but also because I bet about right now you could use another set of eyes, a few fresh ideas, and some help recovering. A 5-star review on Google is only going to get you so far. That and a couple bucks will get you a small coffee at your favorite coffee shop. You might need a little help. And in the last 3 weeks, I've been helping one of my clients, and every time I think of something that will help him increase his sales and his profitability, I say, what do you think of this idea? And a couple of them, he said, I love them. We got to do that. And one of them was like, nah, not so great. All right, you can't bat 1,000. Nobody does. And I can't bat at all. Don't put me on your softball team because that's not a good choice. Ugh. Got to know your strengths. I'll keep scoring the stats. That's where I'd be good at. But anyway, the Forget You program is a great program. And when I work with the people who enroll, they always ask the same questions. Why didn't I learn this in school? I don't know. Because schools don't teach this. Well, why didn't I learn it in business school? Well, if business is your side gig, maybe you didn't go to business school. Maybe you went to teacher school or doctor school or lawyer school or whatever it is that you do. You know, maybe you went to plumbing apprenticeship or electrician, whatever you do. If you've got a small business or a side gig, reach out directly and I'll help you with a nice discount. But today I was planning to get into this amazing set of circumstances that led to the entire meltdown, the one that's causing me to offer you guys a discount. And I think I still will, but I'm going to do it without the usual level of seriousness I typically employ. And at the end, I'm going to have some suggestions for you to continue on the road to recovery too. And in the midst of all the hub and hubbub, I was as stunned and as curious as anyone else. And now you guys all know what happens when Rhonda gets curious. Oh, hell, yes. Research. That's what happens when Ronda gets curious. But daily visits to various websites and social media didn't do anything to ease my stress. And then I got blocked on one very popular social media site because I posted a kind of snarky but absolutely true comment. And then it was game on. The problem with the game on is the lack of facts that are currently available. And you know how I adore my facts. If I can't research it and report it as a fact, I don't want to report it because you guys rely on at least one voice out there to be the facts and nothing but the facts. So I would like to know what on earth happened, as with thousands of you, I'm sure. But I just don't want to be in social media or real jail when I figure it out or speak it out. So, with tongue firmly in cheek, let's get some of our collective questions out in the open. We'll leave the actual briefs or proofs to our legal beagles or our biological warfare experts, but eventually I think the truth will probably come out. And if not, we're still going to deal with it no matter what, right? But it's like a giant game of Clue. Who done it? And were they in the parlor, the market, or the state house, right? Was it the ones who benefit the most? Or was it a clever double play by those who benefit less, but want to cage those who look like they benefit the most? You see, this game of Clue can be rather catchy. And who was the target? The whole world? I mean, what did we do? The U.S., women, politicians, some other group. You see why we're all confused and stressed and anxious and angry? Too many questions, not enough answer. So I think I'll just ask some wonderful questions and you can respond out loud if no one's around. Or think about it if there are people around. But isn't this a lovely break from the usual information packed program? A little humor is definitely needed for us to survive and thrive. Now let's ask the obvious question first. Who benefits the most from the recent events that impacted most of us to some degree or another? Could it be, now keeping up with our game of Clue, could it be the government in the dining room with the great big debt? Or could it be the bankers in the corner with their hand in the till? Or could it be big business in the entry hall with their profits trucking in? Could it be higher education, quote unquote, you know what I mean, in the bathroom out of toilet paper when the trots set in? Could it be gigantic media in the kitchen, don't you know, worried that they're missing the best of the show? Could it be the men who figure that women are to blame, so they're hiding in the pantry with their fist raised once again? Could it be law enforcement tired of the fight, hanging out in the garage, just out of sight? Could it be the medical industry in the bedroom, wrapped in shame, for spending way too much without a plan to sustain? You know, that's a lot of suspects for one funny little game of verbal Clue, isn't it? But now, of course, if you remember, or if I remember the game correctly, you get to draw some evidentiary cards, right? Not positive, but I think so. And I went to a murder mystery show once, and that was a lot of fun. But pardon me if I mess this up, because I don't play this board game a lot. But I'm trying to keep it funny, okay? This is all in jest. Let's not get too carried away with worrying about who actually did it, because we don't really know. Okay, so your turn. Your evidence card says, well, The banks changed the way consumer FICO score is calculated about 2 weeks prior to the onset of the turbulence. Interesting. And by the way, that's a fact. And if you haven't noticed your score went down, even though you didn't miss any payments, thereby making it harder to get credit at a low interest rate, it's there. It's just hanging out there. Not to spoil the game, just letting you know. Got to be real careful about that. And the next card says, oh my, the Fed lowered the prime rate to stimulate the economy at the same time the shelter-at-home orders were issued. Huh. How are we going to stimulate the economy if we're all at home? Also a fact, by the way. This means that, what does that mean? The prime rate is the rate at which banks borrow money. So they lowered that rate, but they didn't lower what they're charging the consumer. So what's going on there? Well, it looks like the banks are now making more money or more profit per transaction. Huh. The next little evidence card says they've been making changes to the way they vote and canceled some of our primaries after early voting had already begun. Curious and curiouser. And next person, yep, you. What's your card say? Oh, employment and self-employment were going great. And now, not so great for an awful lot of people. Huh. Oh, hey, what's the next one say? The next one says in some places they're talking about it or they already did it. They let prisoners be released. Well, that's a kick in the head. What on earth? Oh, and your card says, what? Any socialization or ability to hold a private meeting was eliminated. Oh dear. Oh, it might be true too. Huh. All right. And the next card says, social media posts are being monitored and edited without the poster's permission. Yikes. That one I can attest to because it really did happen. It was a snarky comment, that's true. But it was a true snarky comment. Anyway, but oh well. It was snarky. I shouldn't have done it. I knew it was snarky when I typed it. It was still fun. Anyway, oh my. And your card says, those cohesive ads of instructions sure popped up fast. Almost like they were already done. Oops. Well, if only they had delayed those, they might have looked a little more plausible, huh? This game of Clue is getting to be a little bit too much fun. And your card says, did you notice that almost no celebrities had anything to say? And almost none of them have done anything to offer any help. Uh-oh. Now, oh my goodness. And your card says, broadcast independent may not be that independent after all. Yikes. Can't prove that one, but that card says it. And the last two cards in the deck of clues say, the schools were closed, and the kids' moms are supposed to step up to working from home and being teachers too. In addition, the next one says, the assisted living and nursing homes strongly suggested that loved ones be collected and returned to the homes of their families. Well, I'm just a little curious. They expect moms and daughters to work from home, school the kids from home, be the wife and mom at home, and oh yeah, take care of somebody 20